Pass that buoy correctly.
The race is over!
So here we have the most popular product we've ever produced, our Ridge Racer and OutRun mod kit. It's been very, very popular. We've upgraded it several times. So one thing that's been requested is, of course, can we play more arcade games? Also, can we play newer, more modern games? Obviously on the gaming box hardware, that's not possible, but we've been talking about our PC upgrade for a long time. So we are happy to show you how that is going to work. So right now, Mario is going to shut down the gaming box, and then he is going to go behind the machine and change over to the PC build. I'm going to give you an idea of how quick and easy that is to do and show you some of the features of the new PC upgrade. So while Mario's doing that, I'm going to show you quickly a couple things that you can do to get ready. One is, if you don't have our top deck, you may want to consider getting that sooner rather than later. For the PC games, there are some that really utilize the extra buttons, and we're also going to show you why these USB ports are going to be really, really handy. So if you don't have the deck upgrade, that's something to consider. If you don't have the pixel cage, you can consider that. It's going to work with the new PC upgrade as well. Also, if you want to get your control deck ready for the upgrade and make it quick and easy so that it only takes a few minutes, I'll show you a quick video right now on how to do that. So one thing you might be able to do to prep for this PC upgrade is to remove the back cover off your control deck. If you followed our original videos, you probably put the cords through and kept the cover on. We don't really recommend that anymore. It's a bit more of a pain than it's worth. But if you have that, you're going to definitely want to remove it for the PC upgrade. So unscrew your cover and pull your cords through. You will want to get the pedal cable out of here. There's a little screw there that might need to be loosened. You will need to take this one off to get it freed up, and then everything is free and clear. So we will be reusing most of what you see here. So the HDMI cable is going to be unplugged from the gaming box, plugged into the PC. The audio cable will be unplugged from the gaming box, plugged into the PC. We will be supplying a longer USB cable. The kits that have been going out recently will already have a longer one, but the original kits had a short one. So you'll just simply be replacing this cable with the longer one that we provide so that it can reach the PC, which will probably be on the bottom of your cabinet. The power inverter is no longer used, and that's it for the gaming box. It can be left there or removed and sent back to us for some of the deals that we have. So if you want to get ready for the PC upgrade, take the back cover off, keep everything else plugged in for now, and when you're ready for the PC, it'll literally be a 15-minute upgrade. Okay, Mario has done the changeover. He is going to flick the power switch, and we're going to boot it up and see what happens. So I should mention we're going to have two options. We have an auto power option so that you can boot up the entire arcade from the power switch on the Ridge Racer or OutRun, just like you can now for the gaming box. There is a simpler option, and that is you can just plug the PC into a power bar, and then you'll be flipping the power switch on the arcade and also the power switch on the power bar. So it's totally up to you, but if you want it nice and seamless, we have that option. As you can see, is booting up right now. And it's booting up into our little startup video. Pixelcade has started up as well. Still working on some of our different graphics. Some of these things will be changing still. Gives you a pretty good idea of where we're going with it. Pretty cool. It is interruptible by hitting a button. So once you've watched it 1,000 times, you might want to go faster. So it boots right into Big Box. Every PC upgrade includes a licensed copy of Big Box. That's a big bonus. And here's the menu that we're using for this. So we have a favorites menu, of course. We have a racing menu, and we have networking and multiplayer we're working on. We have our themed menus again, Ridge Racer, OutRun, Fast and Furious for the first time, because there's going to be a whole bunch of Fast and Furious games on here. We decided to do a Mario Kart because it's so popular. We are going to do an arcade category. There are going to be well over 100 games in the arcade category. Those are all MAME, Technoparrot, Model 2, Model 3, Autonomous Wave, and Naomi games, so straight from the arcade. We're going to do a crash and burn with some great things. And then we're going to categorize into rally, motorbike, water, winter, street, kart, and track racing. We also have a settings menu where we're going to be able to do online updates and different things like that. So if we go into the racing category for a second, then you can just scroll through. You just have to hit the A button to launch these games. If you hit the select button or coin button, then you actually get a load menu, and you can add it to your favorites. You can read about it a little bit, or you can just hit A and play. Otherwise, hit B to go back. Very, very simple interface. If you hit B when you're on this screen, you go back to the categories and hit B again, and you end up in a very simple menu. Let's go to the Game Discovery Center for a second. There are two different ways to view. So this is our standard screen, but this is kind of a neat option Big Box has, which is sort of a Netflix kind of thing. It pulls up random games for you. It has our categories as well, so you can go straight into them. And then it gives you categories like 90s games and high score games, and you can just keep scrolling down almost forever, I think. It just keeps pulling new games for you to explore. So this is kind of a neat interface. We're going to keep it on here because it's pretty cool. If you hit B to get back to our regular menu, you'll need to go back to View Platforms, and then you're right back here. So exiting games is exactly the same as it was before. You can hit coin and start to exit every game just like you're used to on the gaming box. So that is all nice and easy. There's a shutdown and a restart right from the main menu. And if you go to shutdown, that is as much of Windows as you're ever going to see. A very slick little interface. It's going to be clean and tidy. So what we've done here is we've removed a lot of the PS1, N64, some of the Dreamcast games, and we've put upgraded versions, PS2 and GameCube, Wii games on instead. But what if you have some favorites from the old gaming box? And we're going to show you why you want the top deck right now. Mario's going to put this USB key into the USB slot and turn the machine back on. So this time when you start up, you're greeted by a different splash screen, which may look familiar to you because this is now booting into a new version of our old gaming box build. So all of the PS1 and 64 games that you are used to playing with the interface you're used to playing, or maybe your kids are, right here. So if the wheel of games is on the right, you're in the gaming box, and if it is on the left, you are in our new build. So this is actually an upgraded version of the gaming box you have currently and has a whole bunch of extra games. So Pixelcade still works, as you can see, and there's lots and lots of games on here, including our new settings menu for online updates and things. But what really makes this exciting is that we've added light gun games, and we've added a lot of light gun games. Because this is now running on a PC, we can put higher end games on. So as we scroll through here, you can see that there's a bunch of Buck Hunters. There's a Buck Hunter Wii. There are some Windows games on here. There's Carnival. There is lots and lots of MAME games. Almost every version, including Point Blank, Time Crisis, and games like that, are the MAME version, wherever it makes sense. We have collections of all kinds of different games. The House of the Dead, there's a lot of different versions. It's a very clean build with not a lot of duplicates. Everything that is on there is there for a reason. So this is a good chance for you to think about getting the 19-inch screen upgrade with the IR modules built right in, or you can just add them to the outside of the screen like we have today on the stock screen. And Mario's going to plug in the retro shooter and we'll give it a quick test. I'll just plug the retro shooter in the port, and he's going to try some Star Wars Trilogy Model 3. So as you can see, it works very well. So one of the things that we have done with this build that I don't think anyone else has yet is you can play these games completely, most games, completely from the gun. So when we want to exit the game, we can hold the outside two buttons closest to the barrel and hold the trigger. Do that for about 2 seconds and the game will exit. You have not hit the control panel. And now you can scroll from the D-pad, scroll down, find your next game that you want to play, pull the trigger, and we're into the game. This is the Model 2 version, and you can add coins if need be or start right from the gun. And away we go. And again, to exit the game, hold down the buttons. And we've exited the game. So we think this is really cool. And here's the best part. This USB is going to be free. All you need to do is return your gaming box and you will be getting this for free. We do also have a gift certificate option if you don't want the USB for returning the gaming box. You get a discount that way, or otherwise, of course, you can just keep it. Turn the arcade off, pull the stick out, and then turn it back on again, and we'll be booting into the PC. There are a lot of games on here. The total list is not finalized yet, but there's close to 400 games on here. Okay, let's show you some gameplay. We'll go into favorites, and Wreckfest is in there. It's one of our favorite games. That's why it's there. So Wreckfest is a great game. Supports rumble, supports crashing. Mario's really good at it. Unlike some of the other games, Windows games do want you to exit properly. So you hit back a bunch of times and you get the option to exit the game, your A key, and it will exit nicely back to the menu. Let's try California Speed a second. So this is a higher end MAME game that we certainly couldn't do on the gaming box before. Also supports Rumble. The PC supports Rumble in a lot of MAME games, which of course was not an option on the gaming box. Another great upgrade that you're going to experience. All of the settings that you are accustomed to before with the gaming box in terms of sensitivity, rumble control, and also dead zone are still in place because the encoder is exactly the same. So if you want to make adjustments in different games, you can do that. Of course, we configure all the games as best we possibly can, and we still have some tweaking to do in some of them, but some games don't allow for that too much, so we have the encoder board option for that, of course. All right, to escape the main game, it's the 2 buttons, and boom, you're out. Right back to the menu. Let's give SR3 a quick try. So this is a Technoparrot game, so let's see how this works. So Sega Rally 3 on Technoparrot is a very high-end game.
Overjump. Long, easy right. Overjump.
So we are going to have 2 options for the PC upgrade. There's going to be a 1 terabyte version and also a 2 terabyte version. The 2 terabyte mini PC is more powerful than the 1 terabyte, and since we'll have more games on it, it has more hard drive space. The main difference is the 2 terabyte version will play PS3 and more of the Nintendo Switch and a few other higher end games like that it can handle better. It will handle Windows games a little better, a little higher resolution, things like that. So that is going to be an upgrade option, but the 1 terabyte version is what we are running right now. It can run very, very well, and it's going to be very affordable.
Easy right. Easy left.